Welcome to Insurance Talk Texas, brought to you by Schell Insurance Agency, North Texas's #1 business and personal lines insurance agency for the past 100 years. Call us today at 972-423-4546 for a quote, or visit us at schellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. Now, here's your hosts. Welcome back to Insurance Talk Texas. I'm here with my co-host, and we've got some crucial information for our Texas listeners today, especially if you live in the Plano area or anywhere in the DFW Metroplex.
That's right. And folks, if you experienced that devastating hailstorm that hit Plano and the surrounding areas back in May of 2024, this episode is absolutely essential listening. We're talking about baseball-sized hail, hurricane-force winds, and over 1 million people losing power.
Unbelievable storm. And what's really important for our listeners to understand is that if you haven't filed your insurance claim yet, you're not out of time, but you need to act fast. In Texas, you've got 2 years from the storm date to file. But here's the thing that's going to shock you. Insurance companies are denying more and more claims simply because people are waiting too long to file.
That's exactly what we're seeing across Texas. The insurance landscape has changed dramatically. Companies that used to be more flexible are now much stricter about timing. And this is where having a knowledgeable Texas insurance agent becomes absolutely critical. Someone like the team at Schell Insurance. They understand these new realities and can guide you through the process properly.
You know what's fascinating about this particular storm? Plano has actually had 259 hail reports within just 10 miles of the city center over the years. The largest hailstone was 4.5 inches. That's bigger than a baseball. But this May 2024 storm was particularly brutal because it combined that massive hail with winds reaching 95 miles per hour.
Those wind speeds are essentially Category 2 hurricane force, and that's why we saw such widespread damage. It wasn't just hail denting cars and punching holes in roofs. These winds were literally tearing roofs off buildings and snapping mature trees like toothpicks. If you're in Plano and you think your roof might have been damaged, you absolutely need to have it professionally inspected.
Here's what people don't realize. Texas leads the entire nation in hail events. We had 1,123 hail events in 2023 alone. The second-place state, Nebraska, with only 486. We're literally dealing with more than double the hail activity of any other state.
That's incredible. And that's exactly why Texas homeowners need insurance agents who really understand our unique weather challenges. When you're working with a company like Schell Insurance at 972-423-4546, you're getting that specialized Texas expertise. They know what to look for, they understand the claim processes, and they can help you navigate these increasingly complex situations.
Let's talk about something that's really important for our listeners, the difference between replacement cost coverage and actual cash value coverage. This is where a lot of people get surprised when they file their hail damage claims.
Oh, this is so important. With replacement cost coverage, if your roof gets destroyed by hail, the insurance company pays to replace it with current materials at current prices. But with actual cash value coverage, they subtract depreciation. So if your roof was 10 years old, they might only pay half the replacement cost.
And here's something else that's changed. Insurance companies in Texas are getting much more aggressive about requesting proof that you actually paid your deductible. They can legally ask for receipts or canceled checks to verify you didn't have some contractor waive your deductible, which is actually illegal in Texas.
That's a great point. And this is another area where working with an experienced Texas insurance professional really pays off. The folks at schellinsurance.com, that's SCHELL insurance.com, they know all these requirements and can help you document everything properly from the beginning.
Now, for anyone who experienced damage from that May 2024 storm, here's what you need to do right now. First, if you haven't already, take detailed photos of any damage, even if it looks minor. Hail damage isn't always obvious from the ground level, especially on roofs.
Absolutely. And don't wait for another storm to make the damage worse. We see this all the time. People have minor hail damage that they ignore, then the next storm season hits, and suddenly they've got major leaks and interior damage. That's when your insurance company might start questioning whether the damage was from one storm or multiple storms.
Here's something that might surprise our listeners. After major hailstorms, there's always an influx of storm chasers and unlicensed contractors going door to door. Some of these folks are legitimate, but many are not. In Texas, it's actually illegal for contractors to offer to waive your deductible or promise you rebates.
That's such important consumer protection information. If someone shows up at your door promising to handle everything with your insurance company and waive your deductible, that's a red flag. Texas law is very clear about this. You want to work with licensed, established contractors and insurance professionals who follow the law.
And this brings us back to why having a trusted insurance agent is so valuable. When you're dealing with a significant claim, and hail damage claims in Texas average about $12,000 for residential properties, you want someone in your corner who knows the system inside and out.
That's exactly right. The team at Schell Insurance has that deep knowledge of Texas insurance law, the claim processes, and they can help you understand your coverage before you need it. Prevention is always better than scrambling during a crisis.
Let's talk about timing strategy for a minute, because this is unique to Texas given how frequently we get hail. Some homeowners wonder, should I file this claim now or wait to see if we get hit again this season?
This is such a strategic question. There are pros and cons both ways. If you file immediately and get your roof replaced, you're protected for future storms, but you'll pay your deductible right away. If you wait and get hit again, you might end up with a bigger claim, but you're also risking more damage to your home's interior.
And here's the key thing. This decision really depends on your specific situation, your policy terms, and your risk tolerance. This is exactly the kind of personalized guidance that an experienced Texas insurance agent can provide. They can review your specific policy, assess your risk factors, and help you make the best decision for your family.
And this brings us back to why having a trusted insurance agent is so critical for Texas homeowners. When you file a claim immediately, which you absolutely should, you want someone who can guide you through the process efficiently and make sure you get every dollar you're entitled to under your policy.
Before we wrap up, let's give our listeners some action items. If you think you might have hail damage from any recent storms, step 1 is documentation. Take photos, make notes about when the damage occurred, and contact your insurance company to start the claim process.
Step 2 is professional assessment, whether that's having a licensed roofing contractor inspect your property or working with an experienced insurance agent to review your coverage. Don't try to handle this alone. The stakes are too high and the rules are too complex.
And remember, if you're in the Plano area or anywhere in Texas and you need expert guidance on insurance matters, you can reach Schell Insurance at 972-423-4546 or visit schellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. They understand Texas weather, Texas insurance law, and they can help you protect what matters most.
Texas weather is not going to get any less intense, folks. We're going to keep seeing these major hailstorms, and insurance companies are going to keep getting stricter about their processes. The best time to understand your coverage and establish that relationship with a knowledgeable agent is before you need to file a claim.
Absolutely. Don't wait for the next storm to figure out your insurance situation. Be proactive, be informed, and work with professionals who understand the unique challenges Texas homeowners face.
That's all for today's episode of Insurance Talk Texas. Stay safe out there, and remember, when it comes to protecting your home and family, expert guidance makes all the difference.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time with more essential insurance information for Texas families. Thanks for listening. Be sure to visit our sponsor, Schell Insurance, for all of your business, homeowners, and auto insurance needs. Call them at 972-423-4546 for a quote, or visit their website at schellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. See you next time.